Tonight, 10 Investigates is getting answers as a local teacher is charged with assault.
All I see is them exiting the door, and she holds her hand back and just smacks my daughter in the right side of her face.
It is a video that is hard to watch, but it has a lot of you talking online. Prosecutors say this is a Marion City Schools teacher smacking a student with special needs. And for the first time tonight, we're hearing from that teacher's attorney. 10 Investigates' Rochelle Aline has the story tonight.
Marion City Schools teacher Jody Graffmiller is due in court soon. That's after the county prosecutor says she's the person seen in this video smacking a student back in October.
Ohio law says that if an individual who is a functionally impaired person is assaulted by an individual who is in the position of a caregiver, then that assault elevates to a felony.
Graffmiller was originally charged with 2 misdemeanors in this case, but that has since been upgraded to 1 felony count of assault.
Attorney for Jody Graffmiller.
Now, for the first time, we're hearing from her attorney, Joel Spitzer.
Help us understand what happened in that video.
The child in question had been, and it was not as a result of any disability, but had been spitting in Mrs. Graffmiller's face and spitting on her arms.
He told 10 TV his client is sorry for what she did. He says Graffmiller is a longtime teacher who snapped in a moment of frustration. But he went on to argue that under Ohio law, caregivers are allowed to reasonably discipline those they're looking after.
And I have a question about how we would defend that as reasonable discipline in regards to a child spitting on a teacher.
I think that's, that's left to the fact finder, which is a jury. And if a jury or, on a motion to dismiss.
Spitzer also claimed that the smack we see in this video may not have been as bad as it seemed.
In terms of contextual, if you're there in person, and what the witness statement said was that it was not a strike or a hit that intended to cause any harm, but rather to get the child to stop in a discipline mode. And the child, out of surprise, fell back.
I think my pushback on that would be that maybe that was her intention, but based on what the video shows, I don't know if her intention and her actual actions may have matched. Is that at least fair to say?
It's absolutely fair.
They're points that bring little comfort to the child's mother, who told 10 TV she wants to file a civil suit against that teacher.
It was heart-wrenching. I was very upset, devastated. Like, I have a nonverbal autistic child. One of my worst fears happened in a so-called safe place while I'm at work.
Tonight, the school is investigating that incident, and they tell us Graffmiller is on leave. She's due to be arraigned in court on December 2nd. In the studio tonight, Rochelle Aline, 10 TV News.